Shri Gurubhyo Namaha Harihi Om.
Valmiki said, "At this stage, the sun sped towards the western hills as if eager to meditate upon the sage's words and to illuminate other parts of the earth. The assembled disappeared for prayers. The next morning, all the members of the court reassembled as before. Rama asked, "O holy sage, pray, tell me what the mind really is." Vasishtha replied, "Even as empty, inert nothingness is known as space, mind is empty nothingness. Whether the mind is real or unreal, it is that which is apprehended in objects of perception. Rama, thought is mind. There is no distinction between the two. The self that is clothed in the spiritual body is known as mind. It is that which brings the material or physical body into existence. Ignorance, samsara, mind stuff, bondage, impurity, darkness, and inertia all are synonymous. Experience alone is the mind. It is none other than what is perceived. This entire universe is forever non-different from the consciousness that dwells in every atom, even as an ornament is non-different from gold. Just as an ornament potentially exists in gold, the object exists in the subject. But when this notion of the object is firmly rejected and removed from the subject, then consciousness alone exists, without even an apparent or potential objectivity. When this is realized, evils like attraction and repulsion, love and hate, cease in one's heart, as also the false notion of the world, you, I, etc. Even the tendency to objectify ceases. This is freedom." Rama asked, "Holy Sir, if the object of perception is real, then it shall not cease to be. If it is unreal, then we do not see it as unreal. So how can we overcome this?" Vasishtha said, "Yet, O Rama, we see that there are holy ones who have overcome this. External objects like space, etc., and psychological factors like I, etc., exist only in name. In reality, neither the objective universe, nor the perceiving self, nor perception as such, nor void, nor inertness exist. Only one is cosmic consciousness. In this, it is the mind that conjures up the diversity, diverse actions and experiences, the notion of bondage and the desire of liberation." Rama asked, "O holy sage, what is the source of this mind and how did it arise? Kindly enlighten me on these." Vasishtha replied, "After the cosmic dissolution and before the next epoch dawned, the entire objective universe was in a state of perfect equilibrium. There then existed the Supreme Lord, the eternal, unborn, self-effulgent, who is all and who is omnipotent. He is beyond conception and description. Though he is known by various names like Atma, etc., these are viewpoints and not the truth. He is, yet he is not realized by the world. He is within the body, too, yet he is far. From him emerge countless divinities like Lord Vishnu, even as countless rays emerge from the sun. From him emerge infinite worlds as ripples arise from the surface of the ocean. He is the cosmic intelligence into which countless objects of perception enter. He is the light in which the self and the world shines. He ordains the characteristic nature of every created thing. In him, the worlds appear and disappear, even as a mirage appears and disappears repeatedly. His form, the world, vanishes, but his self is unchanging. He dwells in all. He is hidden and he overflows. By his mere presence, this apparently inert material world and its inhabitant are ever active. Because of his omnipresent, omnipotent omniscience, his very thought materialize. This supreme self cannot be realized, O Rama, by means other than wisdom, not indeed by exerting oneself in religious practices. This self is neither far nor near. It is inaccessible, nor it is in distant places. It is what in oneself appears to be the experience of bliss, and is therefore realized in oneself. Austerity and penance, charity and observance of religious vows do not lead to the realization of the Lord. Only the company of holy men and the study of true scriptures are helpful, as they dispel ignorance and delusion. Even when one is convinced that the self alone is real, one goes beyond sorrow on the path of liberation. Austerity or penance is self-inflicted pain. Of what value is charity performed with wealth earned by deceiving others? Only they derive the fruits of such charity. Religious observance add to one's vanity. There is only one remedy for ignorance of the Lord: the firm and decisive renunciation of craving for sense pleasure. Rama asked, "Where does this Lord dwell, and how can I reach him?" Vasishtha replied, "He who has been described as the Lord is not very far. He is the intelligence dwelling in the body. He is the universe. Though the universe is not he is pure intelligence." Rama remarked, "Even a little boy can say that the Lord is intelligence. What need is there for special instruction concerning this?" Vasishtha replied, "Ah, one who knows that pure intelligence is the objective universe knows nothing. Sentient is the universe, and sentient is the soul. The sentient creates the knowable and gets involved in sorrow. When there is cessation of the knowable and the flow of attention is towards that which is not knowable, then there is fulfillment and one goes beyond sorrow. Without the cessation of the knowable, one's attention cannot be finally turned away from the knowable. Mere awareness of the involvement of the jiva in this samsara is of no use. But if the Supreme Lord is known, this sorrow comes to an end." Rama asked, "Holy Sir, please describe the Lord." Vasishtha replied, "The cosmic intelligence in which the universe, as it were, ceases to be, he is the Lord. In him, the subject-object relationship appears to have ceased. As such, he is the void in which the universe appears to exist. In him, even cosmic consciousness stands still like a mountain." Rama asked again, "How can one realize the Lord and realize the unreality of the universe that we have come to regard as real?" Vasishtha answered, The Lord can be realized only if one is firmly established in the unreality of the universe, even as the blueness of sky is unreal. Dualism presupposes unity, and non-dualism suggests dualism. Only when the creation is known to be utterly non-existent, the Lord is realized. With this, we finish today's chapter. See you again.